Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Good. We're going through the lineups. I don't have a trail line. Are here in Lindside for the first round of regionals. It's going to be the number 3 seed, James Monroe Mavericks, taking on the number 6 seed, the Midland Trail Patriots. Going to be around the horn. It's going to be Holden Chrysler at third, Caden Hines at short, Bodie Zigafus at second, Tyson Meadows, good to see him back at first. In the outfield, you're going to have Brody Barreras in left, Tanner Johnson center, and Bryson Parker in right, with Levi Taylor doing the catching. And pitching is going to be Carson Cohen. Cohen getting his warm-up pitches in here. Before we get started, I want to throw a quick shout-out to James Monroe assistant baseball coach Nick Newberry, watching down in Dallas, Texas. And we are about underway here. It's going to be the leadoff hitter and the mound opponent, number 1, Colton Eads, leading off for Midland Trail. As you see, probably you won't have a scoreboard tonight, but I will keep you updated with the score, the count, the pitch count, all that fun stuff all the way through this broadcast. And it's going to be Eads stepping in. First pitch from Cohen. Swung on a miss. Strike 1. 0-1. Wind up. And the pitch from Cohen. It's going to be fouled off. And it's going to be out of play. Right over our heads. 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. And that ball's going to be put into play. That's going to be a base hit. Going to get down in front of Barreras. He's going to field it cleanly. Throw to the cutoff man Hines, and that'll hold Eads to a base hit. That'll put the leadoff batter on for the Patriots, and that's going to bring up shortstop Ryan Stevens. And the pitch fouled off. Strike 1. A 1 count here. Wind up and the pitch. And it's going to get by Taylor. And Eads is going to go to second base. It's going to be a pass ball on Taylor. It's going to be 1-1 count now. No outs, runner on second, top of the first, no score. Wind up and the pitch, swung on a miss, strike 2. 1-2. And the pitch, called, strike 3, right down Broadway. And that's going to be the first out here in the top of the first. And it's going to bring up It's going to be the catcher, Preston Eads. And the pitch, swung on a miss, strike one. 0-1 count. Cohen looks back at Eads, winds and fires, and that ball is going to be put into play. That's going to be to right field. Parker fields it, coming home, throw cut off, and Eads will score standing. And that'll be 1-0 Patriots here in the top of the first with one out. And a runner on first. That's going to be an RBI single for Preston Eads. And it's going to bring up the number 4 hitter, third baseman, Greg Kramer. And the pitch called, strike one. 0-1 count. Pitch swung on a miss, strike two. 0-2 count now, one out, runner on first, 1-0 trail here in the top of the first. Wind up and the pitch, and that's going to be high, and that's going to get by Taylor, and that's going to send Eads to second. That is the second pass ball so far from Taylor. And that gets Eads into second base. Base hit could score another run for Trail here. 1-2 count. And step off by Cohen. Eads has his lead, wind and fire, and that ball's going to be put into play. That ball's hit to Barreras, and it's over his head. Eads coming around third. Throw home is not in time. That's going to be, it's probably going to be an error on the left fielder, Barreras, as it hit his glove. And that's going to bring the score 2-0 in favor of Trail here in the top of the first with a runner on second and one out. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Nick Workman. Kramer on second after the error gets him there. First pitch, high, ball one. 14 pitches so far for Cohen. And the pitch, that's going to be fouled off, 1-1. One count here to Workman. Wind up in the pitch, going to be low. Throw back. And it's going to be thrown into the outfield, but Hines there to stop it. Kramer gets back. Two-one count now. Going winds and fires, and that ball is going to be high. 3-1. Center fielder Zaylin Johns waiting on deck. And the pitch called, strike at the knees, full count. One out, runner on second, 2-0 trail here, top of the first. Cohen trying to shut down the Patriots here. Wind up and the pitch. That ball's going to be put in play. That's going to be a fair ball. And that gets by Parker. Workman coming around second. He's coming around third. Throw is not going to be there. And that's going to be a single, RBI single for Workman. And an error on Parker, sending Workman to third. So runner on third, one out, 3-0 in favor of Trail. Wind up in the pitch, going to be high, ball one. To Zaylin Johns. And the pitch swung on and missed. That's a foul tip. 1-1. One count here. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike two. That was old Uncle Charlie right there. 1-2 count, one out, runner on third, 3-0. Midland Trail here, top of the first. And the pitch. Going to be just a little bit high. 2-2. Wind up. And the pitch, going to be low, full count. It's going to be right fielder Levi Shrewsbury waiting on deck. And the pitch, called, strike three right down Broadway. 2 outs. Two outs, runner on third. It's going to be Levi Shrewsbury, the right fielder. First pitch, going to be in the dirt, and it's going to get by Taylor. Throw down! And just got back his Workman as Taylor fired it down there. 1-0 count. Wind up in the pitch. Fouled off. 1-1. 27 pitches here for Cohen in the first inning. You don't know the high school rule. 30 pitches, 30 and under. You don't have to have any days rest, but if you go over 30, you have to have 1 day's rest. Wind up and the pitch. That's going to be fouled off. 1-2. One, two count, 2 outs, runner on third, wind up and the pitch. going to be just inside. 2-2. Wind up and the pitch. Called. Strike 3 right at the knees. And that's going to be top of the first. Mavericks down 3-0, but they're coming to bat here. Bottom of the first. We'll be back. And we are back here, bottom of the first. It's going to be leadoff batter Carson Cohen trying to get the Mavericks back into this one after Trail puts up 3 runs on 2 errors. First pitch high, ball 1. 1-0 count, wind up in the pitch. Called, strike 1, 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Wind up in the pitch. Called, strike 3. That's going to be the first out here in the bottom of the first. Throwing it around the horn. Catcher overthrows the third baseman. So we got 1 out, and it's going to bring up the shortstop, Caden Hines. First pitch high and inside, ball 1. And a pitch outside, 2-0. Pitch inside, 3-0. Eads has the sign, winds in, fires, and that ball's fouled off. 3-1. Rio green light there for Hines, and he got every stitch of that one, just fouled it off. Eads has the sign. Winds and fires. Swung on a missed. Full count. Wind up and the pitch. And that ball's put into play. It's going to go over the head. And it's going to be ground rule double for shortstop Caden Hines. That'll put the Mavericks with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first with Bryson Parker, the right fielder, coming to the plate. One out, runner on second. Parker up to bat. First pitch, ball one. One and 0. Pitch. Called, strike one. 1-1. Bottom of the first, 3-0 trail. Mavericks with a runner on second, one out. 1-1 count to Parker. Inside, 2-1. Eads has the sign, winds and fires, high, 3-1. Bodie Zigafoots waiting on deck. Okay. And we've got time called by Parker. Three-one count. Pitch to Parker's high, ball 4. And that'll put runners on first and second with one out. Bringing up Bodie Zigafoos. Zigafoos been hitting the ball as of recently here. First pitch outside, ball 1. Waiting on deck's the third baseman, Holden Chrislett. Wind up and the pitch, swung on a missed. 1-1. And the pitch. Going to be high, 2-1. And the pitch high, 3-1. Three-one count. Wind up and a pitch. High, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. For the freshman, Holden Chrislet. Speed on the base pass for the Mavericks. Probably 3 of their fastest. One out. Bunt shown, pulled back, still called, strike 1. 0-1. And the pitch, fouled off. 0-2. Oh, 2 count here, bottom of the first, bases loaded, 1 out. Mavericks down 3-0. And the pitch, high, ball 1. One and 2 count now. Pitch from Eads, going to be in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher, Preston Eads. 2-2. Nowhere to put Chrislet here, so Eads is probably coming with a strike right here. Fouled off into the catcher's mitt. That'll be 2 outs. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Tanner Johnson. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Pitch to Johnson. Ball 1. Wanted to swing at that high one, but wisely laid off there. 1-0 count here. Wind up and the pitch. Going to be in the dirt. 2-0. Johnson more than likely probably getting a take sign all the way here because Eads has been a little wild on his command. Two-0 count. And the pitch. Called. Strike 1. 2-1 count. Be inside. 3-1. Catcher Levi Taylor waiting on deck. And the pitch. Johnson puts it in play. Going to be to the shortstop. Stevens fires over to first. And that's going to be the inning as the Mavericks leave them loaded. We're going to the top of the second. 3-0. We'll be right back. Yeah. And we're back here, top of the second. It's going to be if they've given me the correct lineup, they're batting out of order here. As it's number 9 hitter Lucas Young. And strike 3. Yeah. So now it's going to be second baseman Holden Grimmett. First pitch fouled off. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count here. Wind up and the pitch. That's going to be high inside. 1-1. Wind up and the pitch. And that ball's going to be put in play. It's going to be to the shortstop, Hines. He fields it on a hop. Fires over. Good play there by the shortstop, Hines. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the second. Hines had to play that one on a short hop there. Made it look easy for the second out, and it's going to bring up the top of the order and bring up Colton Eads, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored his first time up. And the pitch is going to be hit. It's going to be a base hit once again. And Parker gets down on one knee so that ball doesn't get by him. There'll be a 2-out single for Colton Eads. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Ryan Stevens. Stevens' first time. Struck out. He's 0 for 1. Wind up and the pitch. Going to be high. Ball 1. One-0 count. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Pickoff move. And just gets back in there diving is Colton Eads. Meadows gave the big old facial expression like he thought he got him, trying to get the umpire to give him the call. And Eads just sneaks in there. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Pickoff move once again. And Eads will get back in there standing this time. Top of the second, 3-0 trail. 2 outs, runner on first. 1-1 count here to the number 2 hitter, shortstop Ryan Stevens. And that ball is going to be put in play to the shortstop Hines. And that's going to be can of corn. That's going to be the 3rd out. Good inning there by Cohen. Only 11 pitches. Mavericks coming to bat bottom of the second. Down 3-0. We'll be right back. And we're back here, bottom of the second, 3-0 in favor of the visiting team, the Midland Trail Patriots. Mavericks looking to get on the board here. It's going to be Levi Taylor, Brody Barreras, Landon Pritt, and hopefully a lot more against the starter for the Patriots, Colton Eads. First pitch to Taylor. Called strike one. 30 pitches in that first inning for Eads as well as Cohen, and then Cohen comes out and throws 11 in the second inning. Pitch fouled off. 0-2. And the pitch swung on and missed. That's going to be the first out here in the bottom of the second. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Brody Barreras. And the pitch will be called strike one. 0-1 count. Pitch to Barreras, swung on a miss. 0-2. And the pitch. Inside. Eads wanted that one. Walked off the mound, thought he had it. Umpire said ball. 1-2. That ball's put down the right third base line. Kramer fields it, fires over to first, and gets Barreras by a step and a half over to Workman. And that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the first. It's going to bring up another freshman, designated hitter, Landon Pritt. Two outs here in the bottom of the second. Mavericks down 3-0. And a pitch. Called strike one on that inside corner. 0-1. Pitch outside, 1-1. And a pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. Eads slips on that one. Two count now. Wind up and a pitch. High, full count. Leadoff batter Carson Cohen waiting on deck. Wind up and a pitch. Outside, ball 4. And that's a big walk there by the freshman, Landon Pritt. As that brings up leadoff batter Carson Cohen. Cohen 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Cohen can find a way to get on. Get the home run leader on deck. So this is a big at bat right here for Cohen. Time taken by Cohen. Two outs, runner on first. It's going to be high, ball 1. One-zero count here. And the pitch is going to be fouled off. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. That's going to be fouled off. 1-2. Off speed pitch there by Eads. Had Cohen just a little bit in front of it. One-two count. And Pritt's off, throw down, and they got him. Throw down by Eads to Grimmett. And Pritt's cut down. That'll be the bottom of the second. Mavericks, nothing across. We're going to the top of the third. Trail up 3-0. We'll be right back. And we're back here, top of the third. Mavericks down 3-0. Gonna be the number 3 hitter. Preston Eads, the catcher. 1 for 1 today with a RBI single. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Mavericks need some type of defensive spark play or something here to wake them up. 1-0 count. Called, strike 1. 1-1 count. An inside corner pitch has been called strike all evening so far. 1-1. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. And that ball's going to be put down the left field line. And the throw's cut off there as they're going to hold Eads to a leadoff single. Shot down the third base line there. Left fielder Barreras cuts it off, throws it to the cutoff man Hines. And they'll hold Eads to a single. Here in the top of the third, it's going to bring up Greg Kramer, the third baseman. Hit a deep shot to Barreras. Reached on an error his first time. And a pitch. That's going to be fouled off. Strike 1. A 1 count here. Wind up and the pitch. Going to be low. 1-1. Pickoff move, and they got him. Eads sitting duck there as he was going the whole time. Cohen took his time and picked him off. And that'll be first out. Here in the top of the third, races that base runner. 1-1 count to Kramer. That ball's going to be put to the shortstop Hines. He fields it on one hop, fires over the head of Meadows. And Kramer's going to reach on an error by the shortstop Hines. One out here. Top of the third, Kramer on after the error by Hines, and is going to bring up Workman, who shot one down the right field line for a double. First pitch called, strike 1. Whoops. A 1 count here to Workman. Wind up and pitch. Workman puts that into center field. Johnson has it. That'll be the second out. It's going to bring up center fielder number 9, Zaylon Johns. 0 for 1 with a strikeout his first time. 2 outs, runner on first here, top of the third. Mavericks down 3-0. Winner of this game plays the winner of West Side Wyoming East going on right now. First pitch called strike one. And the loser will play the loser of the Wyoming East West Side game tomorrow as well. Fouled off, 0-2. So winner plays the winner, loser plays the loser. It's a double elimination regional bracket. 0-2 count here to Johns. Kramer gets his lead off first, wind up in the pitch. That ball's going to be put down third base line, fielded by Chrislett, fires over to Meadows, and he's out. Good play there by Holden Chrislett. Mavericks hold the Patriots to nothing, going to the bottom of the third, down 3-0. Top of the order coming up. We'll be right back. And we're back here, bottom of the third. It's going to be top of the order coming up for the Mavericks. Going to be Cohen, Hines, and Parker. First pitch from Eads. High, ball one. Cohen 53 pitches through 3 innings so far. High, ball two. 49 pitches so far for Eads. Called strike on that inside corner. 2-1. Cohen 0 for 1 with a strikeout this evening. And Cohen puts that one in play. Going to be to the center fielder, Johns. And he'll make the catch for the first out. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Caden Hines, 1 for 1 with a ground rule double, his first time. Pitch called, strike one. 0-1 count. And that ball's put into play. It's going to be over the head and off the fence. Hines coming around first. He's going to second, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. That'll be 2 for 2 tonight for Hines with 2 doubles. And it's going to bring up Bryson Parker. Parker walked his first time up, so no at bat so far. Hines got that bases loaded rally going in the bottom of the first with 1 out. Mavericks wasn't able to scratch anything across. First pitch to Parker, ball 1. 1-0 count. Wind up and the pitch. Parker fouls that one off. Catcher took a foul tip right to the mask on that one, so umpire's giving him a little second there to catch his breath. I definitely know how that feels being an umpire behind the plate. So we've got a 1-1 count here, 1 out, top, bottom of the third. Runner on second, Mavericks down 3-0. The winner of this one, we did get, the winner will play the winner of Wyoming East and West Side. The loser of this game will play Bluefield tomorrow. Wind up and the pitch, fouled off by Parker. 1-2. And the pitch. Parker fouled it off. And the catcher, Eads, was not able to hang on to it. So 1-2 count still. Hines on second, 1 out. Wind up and the pitch. Parker swung on and missed. And that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the third with the number 4 hitter, Bodie Zigafus, coming to the plate. First pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Low. 1-1. Wind up in the pitch. And that bunt was offered. 1-2. On Zigafus, 2 outs, runner on second here, bottom of the third. Mavericks down 3-0. Wind up and a pitch. Be outside, 2-2. Holden Chrislett waiting on deck. Wind up and a pitch. High, full count. Wind up and a pitch. Zigafus swung on a miss. Strike 3. And that's going to end the bottom of the third. Mavericks still scoreless. Going to the top of the fourth. Trail up 3-0. We'll be right back. And we're back here, top of the fourth. 3-0 still in favor of Trail. First pitch to Shrewsbury is going to be high. Ball one. Be the right fielder, Levi Shrewsbury. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a missed. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. Going to be high. 2-1. .56 pitches so far for Cohen here through 3 innings. Wind up and a pitch. Going to be low. 3-1. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a missed. Full count. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a miss, and Cohen comes all the way back. Strikes out Shrewsbury for the first out here in the top of the fourth. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Lucas Young. Wind up and a pitch. Outside. Ball one. 1-0 count here on Young. Wind up and a pitch. Low. 2-0. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike at the knees. 2-1. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a missed. 2-2. Holden Grimm at the second baseman, waiting on deck. 2-2 count here, 1 out, top of the fourth. Trail up 3-0. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a missed. Looked like the dancing knuckleball on that one. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the fourth. Going to bring up Holden Grimmett, 0 for 1, grounding out to third his first time. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike one. First batter this inning, Cohen's worked ahead. Wind up and the pitch. Just low. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a missed. 1-2. Ball got by Taylor there on that swing, so if for some reason Grimmett swings at this one and it gets by him again, Grimmett could take off to first on the drop third strike. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a miss. Taylor hangs on to that one, and Carson Cohen strikes out the side. Mavericks coming to bat, down 3, bottom 4. We'll be right back. And we're back here, bottom of the fourth. Mavericks trail 3-0 against Midland Trail. It's going to be 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Mavericks. Holden Crislet, Tanner Johnson, and Levi Taylor. Mavericks only have 2 hits so far, and both hits are from the shortstop, Caden Hines. Looking to get a couple hits here. First pitch to Crislet. Called strike one on that inside corner. 0-1. And the pitch. And that ball's going to be put into play. It's going to be down. And it's going to get by the center fielder. Crislet coming around second. He's coming around to third. And the throw's going to be not in time. A lead-off triple for the freshman, Holden Crislet. And that's exactly what the Mavericks needed here in the bottom of the fourth. Big hit there by the freshman, Holden Crislet. And it's going to bring up now the senior center fielder, Tanner Johnson. First pitch to Johnson is going to be popped up, is going to be in play, and it's fair. That's going to be a fair ball. That ball was placed just perfectly. So no outs for the Mavericks here, bottom of the fourth. Runners on first and third, and it's going to bring up Levi Taylor. Taylor's been hitting the ball as of late here. Let's see if he can crack one here. First pitch, it's going to be bunted, and it's going to be foul. Strike one. Catcher calling out some signals here. Johnson with a big lead over at first. And Johnson's off. Throw. And they're going to score. And Johnson's going to come to third. That's an error by the catcher. And that's going to put the Mavericks on the board. And Johnson to third with one out. Oh, 2 count here. No outs. Wind up and the pitch. And that ball's put in to left field. That ball is back, and that's over the head of the left fielder. Taylor coming to second, and he's going to be in there with a RBI double. Mavericks cut it to 1. It's 3-2 with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Going to be a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's going to be another freshman on this team. Number 27, Caleb Lindsay, as the courtesy runner. And it's going to bring up Brody Barreras. Barreras last time hit the ball to shortstop. Shortstop made a strong throw to get Barreras by about 1.5 feet. So no outs. Runner on second, 3-2. First pitch, bunt. That's going to be back to the pitcher. Throw to third, and he got under the tag. Throw down, and he got him there at second. One out, but that gets the tying run over to third base. And we're going to have a mound visit here. as we're going to rewind on this inning here, get you caught up if you just tuned in. I hope you didn't, but if you just tuned in, Holden Chrysler, true freshman, starts off with a leadoff triple. Third hit tonight for the Mavericks. Tanner Johnson then gets up and hits a you probably couldn't hit this thing with a cue ball and stick it better in a perfect position. Right over the first baseman, right in fair territory for a single. Runner Chrysler had to hold because it was a pop-up. So runners on first and third, nobody out. Johnson takes off for second. Catcher throws it into center field. Chrysler scores. And then Taylor hits a RBI double to bring it to 3-2. Barreras with a bunt gets the courtesy runner Lindsay over to third with one out. And it's going to bring up Landon Pritt. 1-1 count here, one out, runner on third. And the pitch is going to be offered as a bunt. 1-2. Ball thrown away, but shortstop Stevens there to back it up. 1-2. Wind up in the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike three. That'll be the second out here in the bottom of the fourth. It's going to bring up Carson Cohen, 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fly out to center. So a little bit of an announcer's jinx here. Cohen's due for a base hit. First pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one. Oh, 1 count. Wind up and the pitch. Going to be in the dirt. 1-1. 77 pitches so far for Eads, and over there in the visitors' bullpen, you can see Lucas Young getting ready to start warming up. Wind up and the pitch. Cohen puts that foul. 1-2. 1-2, 2 outs, runner on third. Mavericks down 3-2. Bottom of the fourth. And a pitch to Cohen. Swung on a miss, strike three. That's going to end the inning, but the Mavericks do scratch across two. It's 3-2 going to the top of the fifth. We'll be right back. And we're back here, and it's going to be a pitching change for the Mavericks. Mavericks do scratch across 2. It's 3-2. Trail still on top, and it's going to be junior flamethrower Caden Hines on the mound. It's going to be the top of the order coming up for Trail. It's going to be Colton Eads leading off. He is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch from Hines. Called strike 1. 0-1 count. Wind up and a pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. Count here. Wind up and a pitch. That ball's going to be put in play to the shortstop, Cohen. Cohen picks it up, fires over to Meadows, and Eads is going to beat it out for an infield single. Nothing you could do on that one as Eads was booking it down the line. And that's going to make Eads 3 for 3 on the afternoon. It's going to bring up number 2, shortstop Ryan Stevens. First pitch from Hines. Going to be in the dirt. Ball 1. Throw down. Eads is going to be back in there safely. 1-0 count. Wind up in the pitch. It's going to be high. 2-0. Wind up and the pitch. And that gets by Taylor. It's going to be 3-0, and it's going to get Eads to second. With no outs. Be the third pass ball this afternoon for Taylor. And the pitch be high, ball 4. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Put runners on first and second with the number 3 hitter, catcher, Preston Eads, coming to the plate. No outs, runners on first and second, top of the 5th. First pitch, swung on a missed. Strike 1. 0-1 count. Wind up and a pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Taylor. 1-1 count. And the pitch called, strike 2. 1-2 count here on Eads with Kramer waiting on deck. Wind up and a pitch. Held off there. 2-2. Wind up and the pitch. High, full count. On Eads. Wind up and the pitch. Going to be high, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases with nobody out. It's going to bring up third baseman Greg Kramer. First pitch to Kramer. Inside, ball 1. And the pitch, fouled off. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. That ball's going to be put back to Cohen. Cohen throws it home, and he's out at the plate. Force play there. And Cohen fires it home just as Eads, just before Eads gets there. That's a huge out for the Mavericks here in the top of the 5th. And it's going to bring up the first baseman, Nick Workman. 1 out, bases loaded still. Infield in again for the Mavericks. First pitch outside, ball 1. Monroe count here. Wind up and a pitch. Called, strike 1 on the inside corner. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. Just outside, 2-1. Wind up and a pitch. Be high, 3-1. Nowhere to put Workman here. Wind up and a pitch. Called, strike 2, full count now on Workman. Big pitch here in this ball game. One out, bases loaded, top of 5th, 3-2 trail. 3-2 count here on Workman. Wind up and a pitch. Called, strike 3, right at the letters. That's going to be the second out. So 2 outs here, bases loaded, and the center fielder, Zaylon Johns, coming to the plate. First pitch, called, strike 1. Slider from Hines. 0-1. Wind up in the pitch, and that's going to be high, 1-1. Big at bat here in this ball game. Wind up and the pitch, and that's going to be in the dirt. Great block there by Taylor. As that's a speedster down there at third base, and Stevens, the shortstop. So 2-1 count here to Johns. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Trail with the bases loaded. Wind up and pitch. Inside, 3-1. Three-one count here, bases loaded. And the pitch called, strike 2. And we've got another payoff pitch here. Three-two count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Hines winds and fires. And that's just a tad bit high. And that's going to put another run on the board for Trail. It's going to bring it 4-2. And we're going to have a mound visit here. And that's going to be it for Hines. It's going to bring in the second baseman. It's going to have a pitching change. It's going to be Bodie Zigafus coming to the mound. Bases loaded, 2 outs here, top of the 5th. Mavericks down 4-2. We'll be right back. confidence. All right, we're back here, top of the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and it's going to be Levi Shrewsbury to face the new pitcher for the Mavericks, Bodie Zigafus. Wind up and the pitch, low, ball 1. Wind up and the pitch. Called. Strike 1. 1-1. Mavericks will have 2-3-4 coming up here in the bottom of the 5th. Down 2 right now. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on a missed. 1-2. Zigafus has the sign. Winds and fires, and that ball's in the dirt right in front of Taylor. Good block there once again by Taylor, holding Eads at third. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded, top 5. Trail up 4-2. Mavericks trying to shut them down right here, right now. And the pitch. Called! Strike 3, and Zigafus shuts it down. Big pitch there by Zigafus. Mavericks down 4-2, bottom 5. We'll be right back. And we're back here, bottom of the 5th. Mavericks trail 4-2. It's going to be 2-3-4 coming up for the Mavericks. Hines, Parker, and Zigafus. Hines 2 for 2 with 2 doubles off Eads here tonight. Just missed a home run his last time up. Looks like the left fielder is playing almost at the fence. peeking out of the press box here. "79 pitches for Eads so far. You can throw 110. First pitch, high and outside, ball one. Eads probably going to be a little careful here with Hines. Nobody on. 2-0. Hines swung on and missed. 2-1. That's going to be over the catcher, just a tad bit high. 3-1. Hitters count here for Hines, 3-1. And the pitch fouled off. Full count. And the pitch. That ball's going to be put into play. It's going to be to the pitcher, Eads. He picks it up, fires over to Workman. And that'll be the first out here. And the bottom of the fifth. It's going to bring up right fielder Bryson Parker. Wind up and a pitch, and he definitely offered on that one. Strike one. Wind up and a pitch. Gonna be high, 1-1. 87 pitches for Eads. The second time here this evening that Eads has been, he's walked off the mound, tucked his shirt in, but he never called time. 1-1 count, one out here. That ball's going to be high. 2-1. Two-one count here. And a pitch inside, 3-1. And we had a quick pitch there. That's a warning on Eads for the quick pitch. So 3-1 count here. It's going to be high, ball four. And that'll be a one-out base runner for the Mavericks here, bringing up Bodie Zigafus. 90 pitches for Eads. It's only got 20 left. They had Lucas Young over there warming up last inning. And the pitch, high, ball one. And we're going to get a catcher mound visit here. Got a feeling that's going to be brother Preston Eads talking to brother Colton Eads. Probably a lot of this throwing in the backyard, so they know each other well. Just trying to calm Colton down here with one out, bottom of the fifth. But he just got to be getting tired. He's at 91 pitches here through 4 1/3 innings. 1-0 count here to Zigafus. 1 out, Parker on first. And the pitch, high, 2-0. And the pitch, high, 3-0. And the pitch, be inside, ball 4. And that'll be a 1-out walk to Zigafus, putting runners on first and second. It's going to bring up Holden Chrislett. Chrislett last time up hit a triple into the gap between the center and right fielder. Mavericks could use that again right here. Wind up and a pitch. Going to be high. Ball 1. 95 pitches and counting here for Eads. 5 balls out of the zone here. Wind up and a pitch. Curveball. Called strike 1. 1-1. Went to the off-speed pitch to get a strike here. 1-1 count. Curveball called outside. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. Fouled off. 1-2. One and two, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Mavericks down 2 here, bottom of the 5th. And the pitch. And that ball's going to be put into play. It's going to be Workman, the first baseman. And that'll be the 2nd out. Two outs here, bottom of the 5th. Runners on first and second. Tanner Johnson up. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 100 pitches now. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Oh and 2 on Johnson. And the pitch. And that ball's put into play. It's going to be to the left fielder, and it's going to be caught. And that'll be the 3rd out. Mavericks do get 2 runners on, but none across. We're going to the top of the 6th. 4-2 trail. We'll be right back. And we're back here, top of the 6th inning. It's Midland Trail 4, James Monroe 2. And it's going to be the designated hitter, Lucas Young, leading off. First pitch from Zigafus, swung on a missed. Strike one. Zigafus come in last inning and shut down Trail. Wind up and a pitch. And that's going to be inside. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a missed. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a miss. Change up. Strike 3. And that'll be the first out here, top of the 6th. Bringing up the second baseman, Holden Grimmett. First pitch. That ball is going to be put back to the shortstop, Hines. He fields it, fires over to Meadows. Meadows holds his foot on the bag. And that'll be the second out. In the top of the 6th. And it's going to bring up the top of the order. And one they have not been able to keep off base is the pitcher, Colton Eads. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 2 runs scored. Or no, a run scored, I'm sorry. Got cut down at the plate last time with bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch. Just outside, ball 1. 1-0 count here, bottom of the 6th. Mavericks will have. They're going to have Levi Taylor, Brody Barreras, and Landon Pritt. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike 1. 1-1. And we've got Tom here as head coach Tom Gardenier walks out to home plate umpire, and they're discussing something here, so I'm not going to try to figure out what they're discussing. But it's a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Top of the 6th, Mavericks down 4-2. Top of the lineup for the Mavericks will get one more at bat. And the meeting is over. 1-1 count here. And the pitch. Swung on a missed. Strike 2. 1-2. Wind up and the pitch. Just outside. 2-2. 2-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on here, top of the 6th. Leadoff batter Eads, 3 for 3. And a pitch. Outside, full count. Going to be the shortstop, Ryan Stevens, waiting on deck. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike 3 on the inside corner, and Zigafus shuts him down. 1-2-3. Mavericks coming to bat. Bottom of the 6th. It's going to be 7-8-9. Down 2. We'll be right back. least Tyson put him in play and maybe he'll get on with an error. All right, we're back here. Bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Levi Taylor leading off. Colton Eads still on the mound for the Patriots. He's got 102 pitches here. 8 pitches left to spare. But he can start the batter if he's before 110. First pitch to Taylor, inside, ball 1. 103 now. Wind up and a pitch. Taylor swings and helps him out on that one. 1-1. And a pitch. Curveball called strike 2. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. And Taylor swings that one in the dirt. That'll be the first out here, bottom of the 6th. It's going to bring up Brody Barreras. Barreras 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch called, strike 1. 0-1. Wind up and a pitch. Fouled off. 0-2. Barreras needs to battle at least 2 pitches here, so that way Eads can't start this next batter. Wind up and a pitch. And that ball's going to be put into play. Going to be hit to Kramer. Throw over to Workman, and he's going to be out. That'll be the second out. And that will give Eads the chance to start this batter. It's going to be the designated hitter, Landon Pritt. 0 for 2 tonight. Wind up and a pitch. Inside, ball 1. And this batter right here is his last one that he can face. 1-0 count. Wind up and a pitch. High. 2-0. Wind up and a pitch. Pritt swings and helps him out there. 2-1. Wind up and a pitch. Called, strike 2. 2-2 here, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Wind up and a pitch. Outside, full count. Wind up and a pitch. Fouled off. Full count once again. Pritt battling here. If Pritt is able to get on via a base hit, walk, anything, Trail will have to go to another pitcher. Wind up and a pitch. And that's high, ball 4. And Trail's going to have to go to the bullpen. It's going to put Pritt on base. It's going to bring in Lucas Young. Great pitching effort there by number 1, Colton Eads. Went 5 2/3 inning, only giving up 2 runs, and I don't think any of them was earned. If I can Maybe one of them was earned. On 116 pitches. And it's going to bring in Lucas Young. We'll be right back. And we're back here after the pitching change. It's going to be Lucas Young on the mound. Mavericks seen him last time they played here. 2 outs. Runner on first. That is Pritt. And it's going to be the leadoff batter, Carson Cohen. First pitch to Cohen. High, ball 1. Cohen needs to get on here to give Hines a chance. And the pitch fouled off. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch, and Cohen puts it into center field, right to Johns. And that's going to be bottom of the 6th. Mavericks down 4-2. We're going to the 7th. Be right back. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. Mavericks down 4-2, and it's going to be 2-3-4 coming up for Midland Trail. It's going to be the shortstop, Ryan Stevens, leading it off. First pitch from Zigafoo's high, ball 1. 1-0 count. Wind up, and the pitch. Fouled off. 1-1. Wind up, and the pitch. That's going to be fouled off. 1-2. 1-2 count here. Top of the 7th, 4-2. Trail on top. Mavericks will have 2-3-4 coming to the plate. Fouled off. One and two. Wind up and the pitch. That ball's going to be put into play. It's going to be Cohen. Makes the catch. One out there in the top of the 7th on a pop-up to the second baseman, Cohen. It's going to bring up catcher Preston Eads. For all the viewers watching, listening, Wyoming East topped West Side 10-0. First pitch called, strike one. 0-1. Wind up and the pitch. Just low, 1-1. Wind up and the pitch. Called, strike two. 1-2. On Eads. Wind up and the pitch. That ball's going to be put into left field for a base hit. And that'll be a one-out single for Eads, and it's going to bring up third baseman Greg Kramer. One out, runner on first. Wind up and the pitch. And that's going to be fouled off and just out of play. Strike one. Talking up here in the booth, if they could get Zigafoo's out of this inning under 30 pitches, the Mavericks can't come back. You could have Zigafoo's come back tomorrow against Bluefield. But he's at 26 right now. He needs a ground ball double play right here. Pick off. And that ball is thrown away. And it goes under the fence. Eads will go to second base. And that is a huge insurance run for Trail. Oh, 1 count on Kramer. Ziegefoos has the sign. Winds and fires outside. 1-1. Once again here, the winner will travel to Wyoming East to play tomorrow. Loser will host Bluefield at their home field. Wind up and the pitch. That ball's put into play. That's going to be over the head of Barreras, and that's going to score. Eads, Kramer going into second, and he'll get in there with a one-out stand-up RBI double. That'll bring your score 5-2. And we're back here, top of the seventh, one out, runner on second. Ziegefoos was under 30. Got Ziegefoos under 30 pitches, so it took him out. And they walk Nick Workman intentionally. I'm going to have a courtesy runner, pinch runner, and Workman will re-enter. So 1 out, runners on first and second, and it's going to be the new pitcher, Bryson Parker, against Zaylen Johns. First pitch. That ball's put into play. It's going to be into center field. Kramer coming around. Johnson fires home. No play. Kramer will score. That'll make it 6-2 in favor of Trail. Going to bring up Shrewsbury. First pitch, low, ball 1. One and 0 to Shrewsbury. 1 out, runners on first and second. 6-2, Trail on top. Wind up and a pitch. Outside, 2-0. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Wind up and a pitch. Be in the dirt. 3-1. It's going to be Lucas Young, the designated hitter, waiting on deck. Three-one count here, wind up and a pitch. And there's going to be a bunt back to Parker. He fields it, fires over to Meadows, and that's going to be the second out. But that'll advance the runners over to second and third. It's going to bring up Lucas Young with 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Mavericks down 6-2. And the pitch. High, ball 1. Wind up and the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike 2. Throw down. Johns gets back in there safely. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks down 4. We'll be right back. And we're back here, bottom of the 7th. Last 3 outs for the Mavericks. They're down 4. It's going to be Lucas Young on the mound. Took over last inning. And it's going to be Caden Hines leading off. First pitch will be popped up. And it's going to be Workman with the first out. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. It's going to bring up Bryson Parker. First pitch to Parker. Called, strike 1. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Wind up and a pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. That'll be the second out here in the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks can't make a comeback. They will be here tomorrow against Bluefield. Midland Trail will go on to play Wyoming East. It's going to be Bodie Zigafus, last chance for the Mavericks. First pitch called. Strike 1 on the inside corner. 0-1. Wind up and a pitch. Called. Strike 2. 0-2 count here on Zigafus. Wind up and a pitch. Just outside. 1-2. Wind up and a pitch. That ball's going to be put into play. Ball's going to be out of play. Zigafus has another chance here. Once again, if the Mavericks can't make a comeback, they're not out of it, but they're going to have a lot of work to do. And the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. And that's going to be the ball game as Midland Trail takes this one 6-2. We'll be back tomorrow against Bluefield. We'll have that for you. Till then, God bless. God bless it.